Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Daniel here, and this video, it's part of a full series where I'm going to show you how to remove and install many panels on your 718 Porsche Cayman and Boxster. There's a lot of videos out there and they've even helped me get this apart, but honestly the videos aren't that great, so I'm hoping that these are the videos you turn to, and if that's the case for you, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. I'm here at Elite Auto Films where my car is getting some of the XPEL Stealth PPF redone, and I didn't film taking these panels off, unfortunately, but I'm going to be putting them on now, and in that process I'm going to help you understand how they came off and how to put them back on. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to remove your tail lights, and you have to do this if you're going to remove the bumper. Now, as I said, one reason to remove the tail lights is because you want to remove the bumper for some reason. But a lot of people, like 981 owners, want to swap out their stock North American tail lights for the GTS Euro tail lights. They look pretty good, and I would definitely do that upgrade if I had a 981. There are a few techniques to get the tail lights out. I'm going to talk about some of those, but I will show you my technique that I prefer. First, we need to remove this little triangle carpeted area from the trunk area. It's just held on with some metal clips and plastic cones. And then there's that rubber grommet back there. Behind that is where the screw is for the tail lights. Now you can get to it, but I highly recommend removing this plastic piece. And with that carpeted section off, you just pop this off by giving it a good tug. It's held in by some retention clips. Notice I did remove the oil cap. That will minimize scratching. All right, now you can easily get to that grommet, remove that grommet, and inside you'll see a 10mm screw. Use a 10mm socket to remove that. It's a very long bolt, so it does help to have a power tool, and since it's long, it's less likely to fall down in there, but be careful, don't let it drop. Before removing your taillight, please protect all your paint. Even though I have paint protection film, I removed these taillights once just before redoing the film, and it did scratch the film, so you are not immune. Use masking tape or similar, and definitely tuck it up underneath the taillight. This is where the scratches are going to happen. A lot of people try to do this with a wide trim tool and a small microfiber towel and try to grab the headlight in that crevice and pull it back. But the problem is the crevice is at a weird angle and the taillight needs to come straight back, not slightly down, not slightly up, straight back. Another method is to put a narrow trim tool right into the corner of the taillight, and that may work, but it does feel a little risky around your metal and paint. I'm generally not successful using this method, so I have another method that I'd like to show you. In this case, we are going to make a handle out of tape. That's right. So I'm using this tape. Again, this is cloth tape. You could use duct tape if you want, but maybe not masking tape. Put a few strips there and then bind them together into sort of a handle at the end. What you now have is a really great friction surface to pull the tail light straight back. Not up, not down, just straight back. But you need to watch out down underneath. There is a part of the tail light that can scratch your bumper, and you want to pull back but also slightly up and keep it very controlled. You don't want it to just come flying out. It is connected by a cable, and you don't want it to come flying out and scratching your bumper. Make sure you hold your hand there to protect it from flying out. And just like that, the light is out. Pull it carefully out, get to the gray connector. Grab the gray connector and press down with your thumb and pull it off. Now your light is out. This little thing here is the ball and socket that sort of keeps the tail light in place in the body. You can see the hole right here, and that's why it's a little tough to pull. And when you pull it out, the bottom of the headlight can scratch your bumper, as shown here when I pulled this the very first time. There are two downward facing screws here. Those are two of the many screws that hold the bumper on, and this is why you have to remove the tail light to remove the bumper. Bumper removal, rear diffuser, and Porsche lettering are next in the disassembly series, so be sure to hit the bell to be notified when that comes out. When you do end up removing the bumper, you do have to disconnect the wiring harness from the car because these wires actually go to other lights, like the license plate lights. Be sure to take note of how the wiring is in your car. I don't know how it was because I didn't remove it the first time. However, this is how I think it should have been from the factory. There is a chance that that one wire should be on the other side of the metal, but either way, the taillights fit in place. If you know which way it goes, let me know in the comments. Disconnect this small white connector. It's your typical press, squeeze, and pull. And then also disconnect the black one. With that free, it's gonna come out with the bumper. On the driver's side, you can see it's a little bit different and there's only one big black connector to work with. Once you have done what you need to do, reinstall the taillight by putting the connectors back into the position I'd shown you earlier and reconnect the gray connector. All you have to do now is slide the taillight right back into that ball and socket hole. It should pop in cleanly. Then remove all your protective tape and reinstall that 10mm screw to secure the taillight in place. Replace the rubber grommet to cover the hole. And then install your plastic trim. This piece gets positioned like so and slides right into place, but make sure the forward leading edge slides underneath the plastic where your speaker and hidden storage compartment is. Slide it into place and then line up all your clips and plastic cones so that they can pop right back into place. You'll have to lift some of the weather stripping to get it to cleanly sit. Tap it with your hands as needed and it should all click into place and feel secure. Lastly, reinstall the carpeted triangle piece in the trunk. Make sure you have all your little plastic cones in place and all your metal clips are in place. Drop the lower section of the triangle down in the slot in the floor and then line up the cones and clips and tap them in. They should click right in and it should all feel secure. All right, that's it for installing and removing your rear taillights on your 718 Cayman or Boxster. I hope you found this helpful. Big thanks to Elite Auto Films for letting me film here while they work on my car. And if you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and consider hitting the bell for future Porsche content. Thanks so much for watching the Jeff Fiolen channel. We'll see you next time.